pop rock going.
Okay.
Welcome to the Performer Radio Show. Each week, we interview some of the most interesting people in the fashion and entertainment industries. Fashion and entertainment industries. Beautiful models, singers, comedians, dancers, fashion designers, actors, beauty queens, and many more. Right here on the Performer Radio Show.
Well, welcome back to the Performer Radio Show.
I'm excited.
Marlena Garcia.
We're
¿Cómo
here.
estás?
Bien, ¿cómo está?
Very good, thank you. Muy bien.
Yeah,
We had a good day today, huh?
Oh, yeah. Super busy.
Well, we had a lot to do with El Mundo Boston today.
Right.
Starting from this morning when I get woken up at 7 a.m. I was going to say 7 p.m. 7 a.m. And the guys, they did a very good job the past couple of days. The numbers were fantastic.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, they did a great job. There's a lot going on, and the people that watch El Mundo La Hora del Café every morning,
Yes.
they need to get that information. And that's the best place for them to get the information.
Yeah.
El Mundo Boston and La Hora del Café.
Yes.
With Alberto Vasallo the third. How do you say third in Spanish?
Tres.
Well, I know tres is third.
Yeah, third.
Okay, well, he's number tres in the line of Alberto Vasallos. Okay, well, we got a good show tonight.
Yes.
It's going to be in English mostly. Sorry,
I'm
folks.
super excited for who we have on tonight.
Yes, Boston Fashion Awards winners. Which is, it was a couple of months.
Not long overdue, but
Yeah,
due.
well, what happens is we don't have the awards with us the night of the show.
Right.
Because the voting goes right up until the show.
Exactly.
Okay, we want to get as many people involved in the voting process as possible.
Right.
That not only includes people in the general public, but includes we have a peer group.
Yes.
People that are not nominated or don't have any skin in the game, they get to vote, and their vote counts as 50%, meaning we tally all those votes up and it counts as 50% weight.
Yes.
And then the popular vote is 50%.
Right.
This way, it's extremely fair because the peer, and most of them are not from this area.
No, they're not.
They're
actually.
not, because people don't understand that.
Yeah.
They're from all over the country, and there's a couple even outside of the country. And so they're seeing a lot of this content for the first time.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, the photographer's work, or the stylist's work, or the model's work.
Yes.
They see it, or the designer's work. They see it for the first time, and they're making very objective judgments because they don't know these people.
Yeah, they do. You know what the beauty about it is that when they get to know who the person is, and like going on to their websites, going on to their Instagrams, their Facebooks, we really hone on what they're doing in the Boston industry. Okay, we yes, you can be in other places and you may put yourself in the category, but if you don't put yourself in the category, how are we supposed to know who you are? You know, there's so many creatives out in Boston, and if you don't put yourself in the nomination, we're not going to know who you are. We're not going to search you up. We're not going to be like, oh, this person is from Boston and they're doing the same exact thing in those categories, but we're just not going to put you in the category because we believe that you should be in the category. Most of these people, you know, either are nominated from someone that they thought that they should be in the category, or they nominated themselves. So that's what makes you different from everybody else, just putting yourself in there. And if you're like, oh, I don't want to put myself in there, put yourself in there. Okay, we want you to highlight yourself.
We have open nominations too. It's not something that we just pick names out of a hat.
No.
We have open nominations at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
When I say the beginning of the season, that's the fashion season, which starts in September with New York Fashion Week.
Yes.
A New York Fashion Week goes into Boston Fashion Week, and then we have the Boston Fashion Awards in early November now. Mm-hmm. It used to be during Boston Fashion Week, but there was too much clutter in there. People were getting a little confused. I thought it was like, no, this is the time but now we extended it. So now the voting can take a little longer. People can make up their minds, and actually they can see some of the nominees during Boston Fashion Week. So they can get a much more educated, much more information on the person that they might want to vote for, or whatever they want to vote for. Mm-hmm. So the Fashion Awards was held at the Marriott the Marriott Courtyard, the Marriott Courtyard, the Bradford Ballroom, which is a very famous ballroom. It's right across from the Wang Center.
Very gorgeous, by the way.
Speaking of the Wang Center, the Wang Theater just celebrated 100 years yesterday.
Yes, woohoo.
So that was very good. They had a big to-do there with Ernie Bach Jr. So that area, the theater district, has always been lively. It's always been a great place for creatives.
Yes.
You know, whether you're a comedian, whether you're an actor, whether you're a musician, okay?
If you don't know that place, what are you doing?
Fashionista, that's the place to be, in the theater district of Boston. Yeah, it's smaller than New York, but that's okay.
That's all right.
It's just right for us.
Yes, I love it because it just makes it so much more special. We get to know and have more intimacy with the people in Boston. Like I said, it is small, but we're not supposed to be like anywhere else. We're supposed to be Boston, and that's what makes us so unique, original, and, fabulous.
There you go. Now, both of us were we didn't have a lot of time during the Fashion Awards because you were running around.
Yeah.
I was technically not running around during the awards.
No, but you run around in your head.
I was running around all day before the awards and after the awards.
Yeah.
We didn't get out of there till 10 o'clock the next morning.
Yeah, we were there for a very long time.
Yeah, we were there from the night before.
Yeah, this is why, just to touch base on what it means to be a part of, the productions that we do. We're looking for people that want to volunteer their time, but also ignite their talents. We're looking for PAs. We're looking for engineers. We're looking for production assistants. Well, PAs is production assistants, but, photographers. But photographers that are willing to give us a hand. We're going to, one of the surprises that I'm just going to shout out now, it's not really a surprise, but we're going to be talking to colleges about having interns in production so they can keep helping what we're trying to do for the industry. And we want to tell people what we're doing. We don't want to, it's just me and you, Michael.
It's not just one night.
Absolutely not.
We've got a lot of stuff going on. So right after the Fashion Awards, we had the Nighttime Awards.
Right.
And there's some other stuff coming up very soon. We've got collaborations within Boston Magazine.
Yes.
We're going to be doing some live broadcasts from different locations.
Yes.
And we got your pet project, Nouveau Networking, coming in the spring. And when I say spring, it's like the first day of spring. Something brand new for a brand new season. And I think you're really going to enjoy that. And we're going to kick it off at Down Ultra Lounge.
Yeah.
Which is a very nice place. If people haven't been there before, very nice, lighting and things like that. Very comfortable. Great place to meet people.
Yes.
And learn.
And we do that on purpose.
Grow and collaborate.
Yes. Educational.
And fun too.
And fun.
We're going to make it fun. Don't worry about it. So
but not too much fun. Don't get it too.
It's about business and having a good time at the same time.
Yeah.
There's no law that says there's no law that says business has to be boring.
No.
Right?
That's why we don't do that for the Boston Fashion Awards. We don't want it to be a boring runway. We make it a fashion party. That's why we have entertainment. If you come to
the Boston Fashion Awards and you're bored, we don't want you there anymore. No.
We don't do reviews for that reason.
You got to have a fun soul.
Yeah.
You definitely have a fun soul.
Exactly.
So speaking of that, we're going to play a video right now just to say thank you
Perfect.
to all the people that participated at the Boston Fashion Awards.
Woo.
And then we'll be right back with our guests.
Yay.
You looking forward to that?
I am.
All right, great. We'll be right back.
This is Marlena Garcia, the event director for the 2024 Boston Fashion Awards. Thank you to all those that participated in this year's event, to all of the designers, stylists, models, volunteer staff, and production crew who gave us their time and effort. The Boston Fashion Awards thanks you and is extremely grateful. To our music director and all of the live performers at the event, thank you for sharing your musical talents with us. Thank you to our on-stage and broadcast hosts who kept the event flowing, and to the photographers and media for documenting it all. Most importantly, thank you to all the industry attendees who came and supported the event itself, and to honor all the nominees and winners this year. On behalf of our production director, John Bellotti, plus executive director and founder, Michael Zotos, this is Marlena Garcia wishing everyone a very happy holiday season and a wonderful new year. I hope to see you all in 2025.
Models, singers, comedians, dancers, and so much more. This is the Performer Radio Show.
Ooh,
I miss it. Yeah, I miss it.
Well, I see you in 2025. You're
yeah,
right there.
We're here. I mean,
here.
what is there to miss? What is there to do? I feel like there's so many things to go that's going on, and just wrapping around, taking the time to just say thank you. I mean, that's very important, and acknowledging everyone, what they're doing. And, you know, we do appreciate and very grateful and thankful for what you've done. You know, even if you do something small as just buying a ticket and just showing up and you have no idea who any of these people are, you know, just showing up and showing face, that's all that matters to us. And people that, you know, tune into Performer, we really do appreciate you. This just, you know, thank you. I have no words sometimes.
I think you said it all, girl. I think you said it all.
Yeah.
Okay, on that note then, why don't we bring our very first guest on and welcome.
Woo!
Yay.
Yes.
This is Jasmine. Jasmine, how you doing
the
tonight?
goat.
I am doing wonderful. I'm so excited to be here.
Good. Well, you're looking good tonight. Maroon. Well, you almost matched the walls a little
So I'm
bit.
just gonna say
so
that.
we don't want to lose you in
theming.
the scenery. But no, you look great.
Thank you.
What did you think when you were nominated? Just, you know, what did you feel like?
Wow. I mean, to be honest, it came as a surprise. I was not expecting it at all. Somebody actually had to tell me that I was nominated.
Yeah.
And once I found out, I was so grateful. And through that, I found so many supporters, and I found so many friends to connect with. It was just a wonderful honor. And again, it was just a little crazy, a little nerve-wracking, but
Okay, that's
so
good.
happy.
Well, I'm glad you felt that way.
Well, this is
Positive.
the thing. Yeah, definitely positive. But this is the thing about, you know, people that win. They are so surprised, but then again, you're not, because you've been working so hard. You know, you've been working so hard. You've show face. You're a part of the scene. You're a part of the show. And you know what? Once they heard, because this is the thing about the Boston Fashion Awards, I do not know on purpose. I do not want to know on purpose. Yes, I may know the nominations, like who goes in, but I don't want to know the winners because of that. And I feel like that's so important, because I get to genuinely be like, yeah, she won. And I get to like hone in with you. Yeah. So
I want to also bring in Mary. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to
yeah,
cut
you know
off.
what? Mary's in the show too.
Yes.
And
Taking a nap back there. What do you mean? I was like, oh.
Oh, she was hanging out with the
apparently
dog.
Michael
behind
was
you.
too, because he couldn't wait for you to come in.
I guess not. Good.
Yeah.
I was a little premature there, but that's okay. Mary, also welcome.
Yes.
And Mary was also a nominee and
Yes.
winner for the 2024 Boston Fashion Awards.
Yes.
So, Mary, what did you feel like when you heard the nominations?
You know, it's kind of the same thing. Somebody else told me that I was nominated and sent it to me and said, "Hey, I'm voting for you." And I said, "For what?" But then I thought,
President.
oh, right? But I was nominated. I nominated myself.
Perfect.
There you go.
Years
There's nothing
ago.
wrong with that.
A few years ago, I nominated myself, and then when I found out that I had been nominated by somebody else this time, I was like, "Oh, this is it. I think I made it. I'm
Yeah.
gonna win this year." And I
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, you can't say that." And I was like, "No, I want to win this year." So I
Please
was
speak
hoping
that.
for
You
it.
can wish it
Yeah.
into existence. Why not?
Yes.
Give it a shot, right?
Yes. Oh my goodness. So, touching base with Jasmine, like, So when you found out, you know, you've been working so hard. I know you know Mary. You both probably worked on with each other when it comes to projects. I mean, what we can definitely resonate with is we're all models. So being a model, being in Boston, what is it like so far with your industry?
Actually, it's been amazing. So I'm originally from Cincinnati, Ohio, of all places.
Yes.
Mary's actually also from Ohio, so we've got 2 Ohio people up here.
Yes.
But honestly, the Boston fashion industry has been a wonderful family. It's been a support. I think in this industry where most people think that you should be competitive and you're cutting each other down, it's the exact opposite.
Yeah.
Everyone is so supportive. And like I mentioned, everyone reached out in support saying, I'm voting for you. And through that, I was connected with even more people in our community. And I'm so grateful for that.
Yes. And, you know, I definitely had to touch base on like being a dark complexion model and looking up to greats like Iman, Nok Yai, and Alec Yek. What does it mean to you to be a part of that important shift?
It means so much to me. To be honest, again, those are some names, but the industry really wasn't representing people that looked like myself long ago. When I was growing up, I was looking for people to, you know, aspire to be. When they ask you that question, who do you want to be when you grow up, you know, I had great role models in my family, and it was really great to see that through fashion as well. So I feel like I owe it to the people coming behind me as well to kind of pave the way forward and really create a space for us.
Yes, and for that recognition that you've got for being one of the best runway models for BFA, especially being a leading nominee, what are your, like, what's the continuation for you breaking these barriers in the fashion industry?
The continuation for me is just to be in bigger stages, be in spaces that are representative of myself, but also representative places where I can get to learn and be a part of something new and unique. That's really where I see myself in the future.
Oh, awesome. I can resonate with that as well. I definitely see you being really, out there as well, not only with your work, but even like with your voice and like what you can advocate for. Yeah.
Sorry about the little technical glitches. Somebody changed the buttons on me, so it's okay.
That's all right, Michael.
All right, we're back to normal now.
The values that you hold, particularly elevating designers from, African, Deposa, am I saying that?
Diaspora.
The diaspora. Can you tell me more about that?
Yes. I feel like similarly, Issa Rae said it similarly, I'm voting for everyone Black.
Yeah.
Honestly, elevating those folks in the diaspora, we are passionate people. We are creative individuals. Through this, I've been able to connect with my own family and find out so many musicians, so many, filmmakers, and to promote that, to showcase our beauty, our grace. It's just been so special. I mean, honoring my Sierra Leonean heritage, front and foremost. I want to keep doing that.
Yeah. I mean, not for nothing. I don't want to put it on myself, but I can't resonate with one person. I'm Puerto Rican, Black, and white. So I can't just go back to one, but I definitely can resonate with, touching base with everyone and, seeing and observing what we do as people. Humanity is very important for me, and, having those principles and values, bringing it back to being a creative. I feel like we're always being so hard on each other. And like when we're in isolation, we're not understanding, like we have to go back to our community and go around people that actually support what we're trying to do. Whether if it's in modeling, whether if it's in acting, whether if it's being a creative, producing your own scenes. I know, Mary, you're such a creative, and we'll get to you. Okay, don't worry. But it's very important, showing up, showing face, being in the room, and, still killing it. Because even when you were in the BFA runway, you were like, Marlena, I want to be, in that runway. And I feel like you've always been so loyal to Boston Fashion Awards, and I do appreciate that. We're so thankful and grateful for you. That's what we're looking for, and that's what we want. We want to be able to help people that are helping themselves. I feel like you don't get as disappointed when you're doing that, But yes, is there anything that you want to also touch base on?
That's a good question. I'm not sure if I have one, but I'm sure we're going to get talking through here, and I'd love to kind of get Mary in here and we'll chit chat.
Perfect.
Cool. Mary, how'd you get involved in being a stylist?
Mary.
That is such a good question.
That's what we do. We ask good questions
here. This is why it was very
That's
important.
Our job.
Yes. This is why it was so important for me to bring Jasmine and Mary. Jasmine, I know for a very long time being model, doing the same thing what we're doing as models. But I met Mary in 21. 2021, and she still had the hair, like she never changed it, you know, and she always is with the colors. Okay,
I can see that.
Yes, we met each other at the Underground for Blessed by Bless. Really good friends with him, and yeah, I feel like he brings people together for a specific reason all the time. But being a fashion stylist, and I know you've probably worked with Jasmine in the past or would like to, like this can be something to coordinate as well, or even us three, because I see myself still modeling. But what is it for you in your industry? What is it going on? What is popping?
I'm so glad that you brought up 2021.
Yeah.
Because that was the beginning. I think when I met you, first of all, it was like early. I remember this so clearly because it was early August, 2021. I was like 3 days out of a breakup. And I got an invite from this man on the internet saying, hey, do you want to go to my show? And I went, who is this? And a friend said, I'll go with you. And I said, great, I'm there. We're going.
Right.
I'll take a risk. And then I saw the most beautiful woman in the world, obviously yourself.
I appreciate that.
That was the beginning, honestly. I think I had just started wearing the name stylist that summer. And that specifically, that night, connected me with so many different models, with different photographers, with different designers. And Bless, of course, himself. Finally got to meet him that night.
Yeah.
And that changed everything for me. I think in maybe April, May of that year, I had decided to try. And then meeting you and that night sparked kind of everything of going from like, oh, I play dress up with my friends and people that we meet on the street versus building shoots, coming up with concepts, building out my portfolio and really learning, okay, what is this world? How do I break into it?
Yeah, and you definitely broke into it. Like
we're here.
You broke into those walls, girl, and you were like, I'm here, like a brand new baby. Okay,
bringing color to Boston.
Yes, please.
Fine, one shirt at a time.
Yes.
What? Okay, you started in 2021. When did you realize that this is going to be something you would love to do for a very long time?
Yeah.
Because at some point it was probably, oh yeah, I'll just dabble in this, right? And then all of a sudden, bam! I think this is actually pretty cool.
Hey, what if I actually do this?
Yeah, exactly.
I think that summer was when I started saying, okay, what happens if I try? And then it took me, I wish I could say it happened right then, but it never does. It definitely took me another year at least to figure out what I wanted and to even believe in myself that I was an artist and I could do this and that I could take up space in this way. And it took even more time is everything, and I sure took it. And it took me so much time to figure out who I wanted to be and that I could do this. So I would say the past year is my first year actually. This past the end of December, completed 1 full year as a full-time stylist.
Excellent. Okay, great.
What I do now.
1
That
year.
was easy.
All right, let's take a look. Let's take a look at what Mary can do. How's that?
Oh, please.
Take a look at this.
Oh, hey.
How about that? Now, this is just obviously a necktie. Where did you pull that necktie from?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked. So one thing that people that follow me, that know me, know is that I am a thrifter.
You are.
The most important thing to me in the world of fashion is sustainability. And I think that isn't everything, but it is the landing block for everything that I do and wherever I go is choosing sustainability and choosing to make fashion a better place for the environment.
Very good.
So
Let's take a look at this one.
Outfit, sourced and vintage and thrifted.
All of that. Okay.
And the model?
Now this actually
myself.
does, especially the one to the right.
Yes,
looks
that
definitely
is a
thrifted.
Very 80s blazer.
It was okay. Is that a leather or pleather that she's wearing? Red leather.
On the left, it is leather.
It is leather. Okay. Now you don't find too many leathers in thrift stores, so good for you.
Not good ones anymore.
Not good ones.
But that's the thing about when she thrifts, like you're probably there for like 5 hours.
Oh, I'm locked in.
Yeah.
It is like, coffee on one side, snacks on the other, and then the styles. There's
Yeah. We have to.
Yes.
There's no other way.
You gotta dive, you gotta pull, and the thing is, me and my car, my mechanic.
He hates you.
He hates and loves me. Every month I'm like, hey.
Yeah. He's like, I don't want your money anymore. Like, you've been here too much.
Like, why do you drive so much again? What do you do for work? I'm like, what don't I do for work, actually?
Right.
Oh. Wow.
Oh, God.
That is
Are you
gorgeous.
from Boston?
I am from Cleveland, Ohio.
Oh.
So we have the Ohio connection.
Yes.
Never
yes.
met till we got here, unfortunately.
Yes.
So many wasted years, but
But we're here now.
we're here now.
All right, I think we have finally. Okay, this one's a little colorful.
Yeah.
What the heck is that? Is she wearing like boxer pants or something?
This is from an incredible Boston designer, actually, Wow Ching. So it is a plastic skirt and just, bike shorts, and then that really amazing sweater on top.
Wow. Okay. So most of that was thrift stuff.
Thrift
Wow.
and then local designers usually.
Yes.
Gotta uplift the community, of course.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So you combine everything, right?
Exactly. It's
I
a
gotcha.
mix.
All right.
And what I do love about what Mary does is that she goes onto her. She doesn't only puts the photo and gives the people credit, but she documents. She documents when she did it, and even if it's like months or a year later, she'll document it and like say so and so obviously helped me, and then where she got it from. So she's really detail orientated with her work, and that's what just probably makes her so one of the best fashion stylists that I know. Like she really does document what she does, even if she doesn't make videos or anything like that. Like you definitely document, and that's so freaking important. Appointment.
Well, it's so important to know where these things come from and know who you've worked with, and like, oh my God, the work.
Giving credit too.
If you don't,
I think we hit a nerve.
listen, this is the number one here. This is like the number one thing on which I build my platform outside of thrifting is that community is everything, and that no shoot happens with one person.
No.
So you need a group of people. Like it's never just about the styling. It's never just about the model. It's about everyone who brought something together. The designer who made that one scarf that happens to go on that one piece for that one shot. And if people don't give credit,
Yeah.
it is such a slap in the face.
Yeah.
It's so disrespectful, and that's one of the things that I really struggle with.
Well, I hope, people are looking at you as a role model to when I talk about y'all, I talk about this is who you have to start looking up to, because this is where they're going by the book, at least. I'm not saying, be the librarian, like, no, I'm talking about like, give credit, be respectful for people's work, like I'm a person that like I have to go back, give credit where it's due, because when I came into this industry, I worked with that one photographer that believed into my work, and I had to still, be like, Chris Sabanda, thank you. Like me and him may not be in touch anymore, or we may not, like, I don't know what he's probably doing, but I know he was one of the first people that I've worked with where I'm like, yo, I do not forget about my people
He brought you to me.
Yeah, I know Michael. He's helped me. Yeah, like
he was doing a photo shoot in my studio.
Yeah,
and that's how I met Marlena.
No way.
5 years ago, a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 years.
Yeah,
she made it to the 5 year mark. Yay!
Which that number means in numerology, like balance and your purity. So that definitely cleanse the way of what we're trying to do for Performer and for the industry, as long as it's Swim Boston, Boston Fashion Awards, Nighttime Awards, which stay tuned for many more, because
we got something we're not telling you yet.
Yeah, we're not supposed to.
So we already mentioned Nouveau Networking, so that's not it.
Yeah.
So kind of a lot of stuff coming up.
But I don't want to keep chatting. I feel like the people.
You're doing great. I love it. I can sit back. And watch.
You know.
So why don't we give Mary hers?
Yeah.
And then we'll take care of Jasmine.
Yeah.
So Mary, this is Mary at the Boston Fashion Awards. And she's holding that was a generic award, so we had that for everybody.
It's her hair. Like when I first met her,
that
I was
hair,
like,
man.
yo, that hair. Like
calling card.
Thank you. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Dad.
Oh my God.
That's for you.
Hand it to me.
And thank you so much.
This feels right.
We want award presenters, if you're wondering.
That might be my next call.
Yeah.
Be careful not to tilt that forward so it falls out, because that stuff will hit the ground hard and break. It's lead
Tell me
crystal.
about to break
It's heavy.
the-
It's lead crystal.
It's
You have no
happened
idea how
before.
many
That's why
people
he
have
says
broken
it.
these,
Yeah. It's
not on
happened
purpose,
before.
but of course,
Yeah.
it's like they weren't careful with them. They were fooling
Yeah.
around, and the next thing you know, it's flat on the floor, broken in a million pieces. But yes, I hope you put that someplace nice and visible.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Everyone will see this, unfortunately.
There you go.
Unfortunately, the haters.
There you
They
go.
ain't
Put it
talking,
back
they
in the
ain't
box and
popping,
keep
girl.
it safe there. Okay. And
Now, wait, no.
Jasmine.
Yes, we have to.
We got to build up to Jasmine.
We have
we're
to.
going. Okay, let's go ahead.
I want to. Like,
You
this
want-
is the
we will,
moment.
definitely.
Like, she's
All
has
right.
hers. She
Jasmine,
has
why don't you
hers.
show off your little bit of hardware there?
Please do. Mhm.
There you go.
Yes. 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 Where's the clap? Where's the clap? I don't have the clap.
Well, there you go. Hold
yeah.
on.
Yeah.
There was Jasmine at the Fashion
No,
Awards.
that's signature.
That night.
That's signature.
Oh, sorry. It looked like, all right.
Yes, we support. We
I
still
got
support.
the wrong person.
That's all right. That's all right.
Well, it didn't have any names on it, so sorry.
That's okay.
That was my fault.
But
All
the
right,
signature
I
was
apologize.
also one of the nominees. So, thank you for shouting out signature.
All right. Well, I know this is Jasmine, right?
Yeah.
There we go.
That is her.
All right. So,
Goodness.
what beach was this, Jasmine?
Ooh, this was in Rhode Island, actually. Andrew Dunn shot this.
Oh.
Yes. That was a
Okay,
creative shot.
cool.
And it turned out a really wonderful.
He's shown up to a couple of our
as it
award
should.
shows.
Like,
too, right?
very wonderful,
Very
like.
I like the print. Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
That's beautiful. Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Yeah, this
That
was
is so
probably one
hot.
of the ones that I was like, yeah, she did it.
It's good.
How heavy is that hat?
Yeah.
It was not as heavy as you would think, but it definitely had some weight to it. I had to understand the
I was
balance.
going to say,
you know.
that must have been hard wearing it for
her
any period
arms
of time.
does not phase her.
Does not
That does
phase
not
her.
phase her. How this
Okay.
woman's built.
You know what's so funny?
What?
Actually, one of the first times I met you was swim Boston,
Mm.
and I think one of the announcers said, this girl looks like she works out 7 days a week. And I lost it on the runway. We were supposed to keep straight face, and I looked at you, Marlena, and we both laughed.
No doubt about it, because I don't know. I'm a comedian sometimes. It's like, if they say something funny, like,
Sometimes.
don't look at me to
All
be
the
serious.
time.
Like, I'm going to start laughing. Like, don't look at me. Yeah, we were definitely, like, cutting it up.
Let's take a look at some more of ours. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Now, this is a nice.
This is soccer
It's an
mom.
editorial type thing.
This gives me soccer mom. This gives me, like, yo, don't talk to me. I got my coffee.
Truly. Actually,
Don't
that's
bother
really
me. I'm
funny.
busy
Yeah.
looking at people.
Yeah.
I like the colors, yellow, black.
Yeah.
That looks very and of course the specs.
Very much on purpose.
Spectacles.
Yeah.
I love that.
Very much.
Thank you.
Oh,
This one's
So tell us about this night specific.
This night was just magical.
Yes.
This was an amazing experience. This is a dress wearing by Zonya Campbell, an amazing designer here in Boston. We have a very special relationship, and she said, Jasmine,
Yes.
I made a dress for you. And
That's gorgeous.
I said, Zonya, I've got to do everything in my power to make sure that we rock that runway.
And you
Yeah.
sure
Certainly did.
did. 'Cause
So
I was
many
there. I
great
was there in person. I was there in person. Before I even went in, we saw each other right when I went in. I was with Lydia and Sydney and Melissa, and I know you and Melissa are good friends.
Yes.
And I know you and Sydney are also good friends.
The whole crew, again, the
Yeah,
family,
like
the community.
it doesn't stop. It shouldn't stop. I feel like families are so big on purpose. I even have family that are not my blood family.
Absolutely.
Like, please, like if you want to be my family, just call me.
there you go. We got one more here.
Yes, we do.
Wonderful.
Great camera look.
Yeah.
Love that.
The city
Okay.
creative, wonderful shot. Just to me, this feels effortless, and that's what we really worked on here, creating a lightness.
Beautiful. Great camera looks. Absolutely
Yes.
fantastic.
Thank
you. She
So
definitely
now
knows her
we know
angles.
why she won the award, Marlena. And why don't you show everybody the award?
That was easy.
Oh, show it again.
Yeah, show it again. There you go. Nice. That's the money shot right there.
Modeling through it, yes. Work,
Yeah.
angle.
Work.
Yes.
Angles.
It don't stop. It don't stop. But is there anything that you can say from a person that wants to get into modeling, or any tips for an aspiring model?
I will say, be a student of your craft. Not to
Say that a little louder.
Be a student of your craft. Not to be critical of yourself. I often will watch myself, walking down the runway and say, I could have done that just if I had moved this way or emoted in this way, that I could have really just done amazing work. And so I say, be a student of your craft, and also so important in our industry, not every opportunity is going to be for you, but
Right.
also closed mouths do not get fed.
Yeah.
So be kind, be gracious, tell those that when they win, but also go after it.
Yeah.
It's your
Exactly.
I do appreciate what she said. Be kind.
Yeah, that too.
They don't understand. I get it from a model standpoint, because I know how hard it is to be in those heels all day. Getting into those designer outfits. Having someone be like, hurry up. I do have empathy for my models, and that's why me being, event director, it was so important for me to still have my models, be supportive, be kind to them, still be encouraging, don't get me wrong, and stern, because I know y'all are hard-headed, but
lot to wrangle. I
yeah,
know.
it's a lot of personalities to hone down. I teach children, for God's sake, so that was nothing. But is there also anything that you want to tell the audience or someone that's looking at you, Mary, for some tips, or a little girl that's also in her closet playing dress up? What can you give her?
I have two things, and one is a little harsh, so I'll say that first and then go to the second. And the first is humble yourself and learn from someone who's already doing it. I wish I had started by asking for help, and it wasn't as I was from a place of pride. It was from a place of ignorance and just not knowing.
Yeah.
And I learned along the way, and it was fun and it was great, but it took me so much time. So I would say reach out to me if anything, ask to assist me. The answer is yes.
Yeah.
Hi, here's some dates. Do you have a car? Let's go.
Yeah.
And the second is, exactly what you said, is just practice. Study, practice. If you have a friend, dress them, put them in front of a camera, and see what happens.
Yeah. And you're also that is really good advice. Thank you for that, both of you. But you're also a model, Mary.
Yes.
And when you were designing yourself or styling yourself, what can you give to somebody that, wants to dibble dabble into various, like pockets, but doesn't know their niche?
Ooh, yeah, it took me a while to figure that out because what my style is not aligned with the work that I book, and that is a really hard compromise. Where I have, like, for example, I have a very, girl next door look. I have a very,
it gives me Taylor Swift, where she's talking about the boy that,
early days,
yeah,
like country girl.
Yes.
The Ohio comes out. Yep. Yeehaw. And I dress like this. So I would say, use your resources. Try a little bit of everything. For me, it was really important. I did some runway.
Yeah.
I learned that I love it, but maybe it's not for me. That's why I admire you two so much.
Yeah.
I learned from some of the best, and I went, oh, wow, that's difficult.
Yeah.
Maybe not for me. I tried some editorial. It's not right for me, but I love it, so I do it for fun.
Yeah.
And I realized commercial is the way to go. But
Yes.
it took doing a little bit of everything, saying yes as much I was physically able to do.
Yeah.
And just doing it and seeing what happens.
Seeing what happens is definitely what, Jasmine is saying as well. Saying yes and going after what you're doing. I feel like if you're not in the room, how do you expect someone to know who you are? I believe in mentorship, and I believe having guidance. Like one of the things that you girls were both saying, look at the people that are already doing it. Like instead of looking at them as competition, like be like, yo, I love what you're doing. Let me know how I can get into that room. Let me know what I can do, or because humbling yourself is definitely important. When I came into this industry, yes, I may look good, but I'm like, yo, Marlena, like that's not all that's going to take. Like your looks will get you in the room, but once you open your mouth is what keeps you in the room. So that's definitely something that I go by for even for my students, or even from people that I even know for a very long time. Like, don't give up on ourselves. Like, keep supporting one another, and just stay you.
Right.
Don't forget about you. And
When's
being
the
you.
book coming out? Because
Thank you. Yeah,
I think a few chapters haven't been written yet. They're coming up, though.
I'm breathing heavily.
Yeah,
But what do you do other than modeling? Because you're not only a pretty face and all those, Vogue covers that we just saw, but what do you do for work?
I love talking about this. So I love to say I have a 9 to 5 and a 5 to 9. So 9 to 5, I'm a healthcare consultant. I work in process improvement, which means let's just make healthcare more accessible. Let's make healthcare, think about it from a strategic lens, and really put the patient first. And then, 5 to 9? Obviously, it's modeling. But honestly, healthcare is what I got my master's degree in, and it's something that I love to do in addition. Just that duality of having both kind of like my business brain and also my creative brain. I honestly can't see myself doing one without the other. They kind of feel
You're a left brain
now I
and
know
right brain person.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. Now I know if I faint in front of her, like she knows what to do.
I can call the right people.
Yeah, definitely.
She's smart enough to call the right people. There you go.
What about you, Mary? What do you do on your 9 to 5?
So I am very incredibly blessed. So I am a full-time freelancer.
Woo!
Thank you.
Yes.
It's been a long journey. I would say most of the heavy lifting is styling. Thanks to my agency, Artists with Agency. They are the best.
Ooh,
so
yes.
grateful for their support. And then modeling. And then I'm also a classically trained musician.
I saw that on your Facebook. I was going
Isn't
to bring
that
that
the
up.
first initiation, you coming in?
That's what brought me to Boston, yeah. So I came for the conservatory and did my undergrad and my master's, and then graduated into COVID and realized there was more to life. And that
Actually,
eventually got me
that's
to
where your
fashion.
Facebook page stops. Because
Yes.
I was looking around for information on you. I was like, is this
I'm
the
sorry.
same girl?
Yep.
I was like, it is the same girl, but all of a sudden, right when I got up to COVID, she's a musician, and now she's a fashion stylist. I was like, what happened during COVID?
Yeah.
So
but obviously, we know,
Yeah.
you found some, because you
Can
weren't doing
sing,
anything
or
else during
you,
COVID.
You can only do the instruments.
yeah.
I unfortunately cannot sing.
I don't believe
I did
that.
have to take singing classes in school. They are forced, and my teacher hated me. Oh, we did not get along.
She's a true creative, though.
She really
Creative
is.
people are creative in more than one area, usually.
I want to give her. I want to
Okay.
give her my heart and polish it, and then give it
There
back.
you go. Oh, she's a character. I like her. Actually, we had a common friend, Siobhan Cronin, if you know her.
goodness.
Yes, the violinist.
Wow. See, that's
Yes.
that.
She's in Miami now.
Everything is so small. Everyone knows someone.
Do you still play any instruments still?
So the oboe and English horn are what I play. And yeah, I still perform. So now it's kind of like fashion is now my 9 to 5 and music is my 5 to 9. Where mostly, like most concerts are at night. So it kind of works out that weirdly enough, fashion very much works in the 9 to 5 world or 8 to 6 world, which I didn't know coming into it. Runway is its own category.
No, it really is.
And that's the nighttime. That is the true fun nightlife entertainment.
Yeah.
But most of it is 8 to 6, and then most of music is 7 to 10.
Yeah.
So sometimes there's very long days, but usually it's like either or. So I'm just swinging around.
And
Very good.
are you signed, Jasmine?
I am in the process of being signed to the same agency as Mary, which is wonderful.
Perfect.
Oh,
And when were you signed, Mary?
I signed with NEMG in this summer, and then with Divine Souls very recently along with Jasmine.
And
We were in the same batch together.
perfect, as it should be, because
It feels so
damn.
fitting.
I know,
Yeah.
it's really, the Ohio girls were the exact same age.
Yeah.
We came from different directions and both ended up here, and now stars are aligning.
Yeah.
Very good.
Doesn't God work so well?
So well.
He really does. Thank you. We appreciate you, man, upstairs. Even
Very
if you're a
good.
woman. Thank you.
All right, so let me ask you one question. Because
Yeah.
Marlena, you've been handling this so well tonight. I'm just letting you ride because this is her passion. It's her passion.
In her lane.
So I always like to know, what do you think about what you want to do in the future? What's your white whale, if you want to call it that? What's something you would love to do in your profession? Mary, you can go first.
No, she's still thinking.
Do you still think? Well, Jasmine, what about you? What's something you would love to do? Whether it be a photo shoot, a runway show with a certain designer, just something you would love
on
to
your
do.
bucket list, yeah.
Yeah, bucket list
I
item.
have a lot of things on my bucket list, and I would. Oh, this is a really tough question.
Of course it is.
I would like to say first and foremost that I think that this can continue to change and evolve, and I want to continue to find more things that I'm really looking forward to and really excited about doing. So that's first and foremost. Mary knows this. I just did a phenomenal shoot with a wonderful stylist named Dana and a wonderful photographer named John and Heather. I can't even shout out to
Yes,
Riley.
Heather is one of our, makeup team for Boston Fashion Awards, and
Yeah,
Dana
House of Beauty up in
House
New
of Beauty,
Hampshire.
and we also had Dana for one of our fashion stylists
Exactly.
this past year. So yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
So, fitness editorial, it feels like it blends all the pieces of me as well as a previous
I can see her in
college
Nike.
athlete.
Literally,
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Nike,
Abs out.
New Balance,
Nike.
they're all out there.
Nike.
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 Yeah,
Sorry.
For my people back home, it also still sometimes
Yeah,
feels like.
I'm sure they know what
either
you
if
meant,
it's
but-
Puma, Nike, Under Armour, you can do that.
Exactly. So that's one thing that's really high on my bucket list for this upcoming year. So if you're out there listening,
I know you.
Well, you got a lot of opportunities in this area to do stuff like that.
I'm glad I know her.
You got Reebok, you've got Puma,
Exactly.
you've got New Balance.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of fitness brands in this area. So that's a good goal.
Yeah.
Mary, we're back to you now. Come on.
Mary has to
Give me
be the
something
one to
good. Give me
style
something
on
good.
these Nike
I'm expecting
shoes,
something
like-
big from this girl.
again, when we
I'm
get
expecting something big
bring
from
our
her.
people with us.
Yeah.
Oh,
please.
All
Or
right.
a package deal for
What's going on in that creative mind of yours, Mary? Give me something.
I think, I guess I could give you a few things, but I think one that I really want to do is I was just really lucky enough to got to work on a very small part of a very small exhibition at the MFA.
Ooh,
And
yes.
that was a joy to work on, and it kind of made me realize I do want to kind of blend some different artistic experiences together and have a whole gallery exhibit someday.
Yeah.
And something to do with music, something to do with fashion, a lot to do with fashion probably, and photography, and really bringing out
Combining all the passions.
Yeah.
Oh, I can
Okay.
see that for her.
That's
yeah.
exactly what we do with the fashion
But
awards.
we
Yes.
do.
Yes.
Yes.
There's which I appreciate.
There's a lot of
Music,
layers
art.
that
Last year, well, actually, I should say, in 2023, we had an art installation too
Yes.
at the Omni when we did it there.
Yeah.
So we combined everything, and we combined dance with art, with fashion, with music. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
If people haven't gone there, you've got to go.
Yes.
Well,
And
now
it's-
I know
it's
who
like
to hit
one
up.
big giant party. Go ahead,
Now I know
Mom.
who to hit up. But we have to do wrap up soon.
Yes.
But one last, tip for anyone that wants to get into signing a model that wants to get signed. How can you do that? What can you give somebody that wants to be signed and, looking up to you girls, whatever, all the hard work that you're doing, the phenomenal work, what can you give to somebody that can get signed within the year? Or it can be
Portfolio.
Portfolio,
Clean,
Yep.
clean, easy, simple. Nothing like what we're wearing today. No fat. They just want to see you, your face, and in the most simple clothes to see what you can do.
And also sometimes the most simple makeup too.
Exactly.
Yes.
No.
Okay.
If any
A
at all.
blank canvas, if you will.
No eyelashes. I'm
yeah,
so
definitely
sorry.
not. Definitely
Leave the
not.
lashes at
Not
home.
if you're gonna put some light makeup on, some natural
Light,
looking makeup.
yes.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they want to see what you would look like on natural.
Work on
Exactly.
that
Okay.
portfolio,
Diversify
for sure.
There you go, Jasmine.
Yeah.
Why don't you quickly give them your social media?
Oh yes, I'm all that jazz and more, JAS, and on Instagram. That's on Instagram, and on Facebook, just Jasmine Cline-Bailey.
Very good. And Mary, where can they find you?
I am just on Instagram, as you noticed from my Facebook. So
Well,
you
you're on
can-
Facebook, but you haven't touched it in 4 years, 5 years.
Simply
That's okay.
has been abandoned. But you can find me on Instagram at Mary O Thrift.
Very good. And just to let you know, this past week we launched the brand new website for this young lady right here,
Yeah.
MarlenaGarcia.com.
Yeah, we're doing it all.
We're doing it all. See, not just a pretty face. That was a cool shot.
So
There's
Yeah.
a plane taking off right
I
behind
went
it.
to
She's got some-
Vermont for that one. Yeah.
She got some good
Yeah.
hard nerves in
Also something I
her.
love is figuring
Definitely.
out where that photo was taken. 'Cause
Yeah.
Oftentimes it's not where you think it was.
No,
And
absolutely not.
Just so people know, they can check out the Boston Fashion Awards winners, all the winners on the Boston Fashion Awards page. It's all on there. Of course, that'll change in 2025 very, very soon. And if you're into the latest news and everything else, just go to Performer. Oh, who is that girl down below there? I've seen her before somewhere. But yeah, we have fashion segments on there, entertainment news, all kinds of features and things like that. So you want to check all that stuff out too whenever you have a chance. And we have our live shows on there as well. So,
Yeah.
ladies, thank you so much for coming down to Performer. We appreciate it. We hope you enjoy your hardware. We hope to see you again in November or maybe sooner,
Yeah.
much sooner. Come to Nouveau Networking, spread your talent and your knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah, have a great season and a great career. We hope to have you back real soon. Okay. Any closing? I was going to say closing arguments. Any closing comments, Marlena?
No, but we do have, some of the family from Jasmine. We have Baker in the building as well. He definitely came in to just give us some marketing, and, he's phenomenal as well. So touch base. Stay tuned.
Very good. Have a good evening, everyone. We'll see you next week with something. I don't know what.
You never know. You never know.
We're going to New York Fashion Week. We're going to New York Fashion Week.
Oh,
Yeah,
the week,
yeah.
the week after that, expect a lot of stuff. Yes. Yay. Here we go.
Performer in the house.
There you go.